Morning, guys and women. If there's one thing guys are super reluctant to talk about, it's their own erectile dysfunction. So today I'm going to do just that. When I'm talking to guys, customers, which I love, by the way, my favorite thing is talking to customers, and we always get into conversations about erectile dysfunction, of course. They're ED, and I naturally tell them about mine because share and share alike, right? I want to make sure that guys are as comfortable talking about erectile dysfunction as possible. Women seem to have women seem to have us beat in this area. Women are very comfortable talking about their sexuality, their sexual issues, their orgasms, and what they like and don't like about sex. Guys are way more reluctant to talk about sex openly. So I think it's obviously super important, and we're progressing. I see guys being more open talking about it, but if anyone needs to, I think, take a lead in this, it's me, being the inventor of an erectile dysfunction product. So I'll tell you a bit about my story. Hereditary high blood pressure runs in our family. My dad was on high blood pressure medication from the age of about 60 onward, and so his blood pressure was up around 150 and change. And the same thing happened to me. As I get older, in my mid 40s and 50s, my blood pressure started to go up. It used to be, when I was younger, it was obviously great, around 119. But yeah, as I get older, and there was nothing I could do to stop it from going up. I've exercised all my life, super into sports, running, but I did a lot of long distance stuff. And it was interesting because none of the long distance exercise, long distance running, long distance biking, and so on, none of that lowered my blood pressure. And I thought, okay, well, I'm committed to having high blood pressure for the rest of my life. When I was 57, that was when I started doing CrossFit, and my kids were into CrossFit. That's another story, but CrossFit is great. But at 57, my blood pressure was up to 152 and change. And at that point, it's pretty scary, and I was ready to go on blood pressure meds to control it. But I did start CrossFit at that time, and kind of miraculously, it started to come down. So I'll do a post on exercise, but as a side note, I would highly recommend strength training and weight training as a way to help bring high blood pressure down. I'm no doctor. It certainly worked for me. My blood pressure is down to 119, I think was the last time I took it. But back to my erectile dysfunction. When I had high blood pressure, as a lot of you guys know, high blood pressure is a strong deterrent to natural erections. So high blood pressure causes, it can cause mild erectile dysfunction or severe erectile dysfunction. In my case, I found, it certainly made it harder to get and keep an erection and affected my sex life. So that's kind of what led to the invention of Xialla. I was sort of playing around with things and rings and so on. And as I was playing around with the rings, I found that it kind of occurred to me that they should be effective, but they really weren't. And I started to figure out kind of the mechanics behind the Xialla and this notion of holding a ring in place and so on. It was great to invent it. It turned out to be a really fun device, and it really helped with my sex life. So we have a lot of fun with Xialla, even though I find with lower blood pressure, it's not such an issue. As we get older, it kind of never goes away. Maintaining a great erectile function later in life is always a challenge. I think we need to just be open about that. Guys, as we get older, it's just not the same as when we were in our 20s, when getting an erection was just a no-brainer, right? Xialla is a really fun device, but just wanted to let you guys know kind of that's my background in terms of how I came to invent Xialla and what was one of the motivations behind it. Erectile dysfunction is a super common issue among older guys. It's really important that we talk about it and be able to talk about it freely and not be embarrassed about it. Although it is awkward, I feel awkward talking about it, and you will too. But it's still important to kind of get it out there and hopefully make anyone who's suffering from it seek help and make them more comfortable in knowing that they're not alone. We're all in this together, fighting the good fight, as I like to say. Hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.